Hey guys, it's Amy Green with Amy and Art Designs. I am going live today and we're crafting in the Craft Around the Clock group, and I am so excited to be here, y'all. Um, a little bit of grace. I have a sick kid. So the school called. If you're watching this first before I get into all of that, um, thank you for being here. Let me know where you're watching from, and if you're watching this, you're probably on the replay. So drop hashtag replay. But just a little bit ago, I got a call from the school, and they were like, I've got a sick kid. We're gonna do some tier tray crafting, ladies. But they said, your son's in the clinic, and he says he's not feeling good, and we've had several kids in his class get sick to their stomach, and we deep cleaned the room over the weekend, but there are more kids getting sick today. So we would really kind of appreciate, we'd rather him get sick at home than at school. And I was like, okay, so let me go get him. And so please, thank you for the grace, because I'm a couple minutes late, but I had to run up and get my kid. And if you guys know Miss Tracy from My Sweet Home Living, she is the fearless leader for Craft Around the Clock, and I just love her. And she's moving right now, and I was like, okay, if I'm a couple minutes late, it's better than like having to just totally scrap it. So, and also if you're not following Miss Tracy from My Sweet Home Living, make sure you do. She's just the nicest person in the world. So y'all, we don't have a ton of time. I have a 45-minute block with Craft Around the Clock. Let me say hi to everybody, but we're going to go ahead and add this second camera. Hold on. Camera. Close. Well, my camera is not pulling the right feed, which is problematic. We're going to make this work, guys. Okay, we're going to make this work. Just give me a hot minute. We're going to get there. Okay. Close. All right, let's talk about the gingerbread. Well, I'm messing with this silly camera setting. Let's talk about the gingerbread tray. So if you... Oh, okay, I think I got it. Okay, so if you... All right. I don't know if this is going to go. We might have to just improvise. If you know what a tiered tray is, will you tell me in the comments? There we go. Okay. So much grace. Love y'all, and thank you so much. Okay. So if you know what a tiered tray is, if you're new, I know most of you do, but if you don't know what a tiered tray is, I want you to let me know in the comments so that we can give you all of the good details. Because a tier tray is basically, if you don't have one, it's like a little, it's kind of, imagine 3 or 2 like plates, if you will, stacked on top of each other. And what you do is, they're not really plates, they're like this back there, and you decorate it with little fun things that you paint or you get at the store. Thank you. Here we go. You guys know I like this one. You paint them or you get at the store. And they're a lot of fun. So, and the fun part about making them, guys, is that you get to, one, have unique pieces. But if you love to craft, right? And here's the problem tier tray solved for me. If you love to craft, sometimes you craft stuff and then it like has no purpose. It goes in a drawer. You're like, oh, this was really cute and it was a lot of fun to make, but what am I going to do with it? So it goes in a drawer, or you put it, you know, in the trash. I've done that before. I mean, I don't like to admit it, but like at times, you know, you just craft things and they have absolutely no purpose. And what I love to do is to bring purpose to my crafting and to my people's crafting so that they can do something with it right away. That way that right away they can decorate with it. And that's what I love about a tier tray. It's really simple to decorate. It doesn't take a lot of time. It just takes a few minutes. So today we're going to paint something that they've been asking me to paint for a while, which is this gingerbread tier tray. And it has lots of pieces and they're really fun pieces. We have a gingerbread man with a candy cane. They're little gingerbread men with a baking sheet. We have this fresh baked gingerbread sign. We won't have time to do all of them, but I kind of want to do the fresh baked gingerbread. And we'll see if we have time for the tray, or maybe this fun word stack that it does say icing, cookies, and gingerbread. Or maybe even this guy right here. So let me see. We've got Kim here, Dana, Janet, Gail. Thank you for the sprinkles. Oh, and Miss Dizzy does. What I can't think of your. So I know we're also in Sarah's group, Dizzy Designer and I, but I can't remember her first name right now. And Fatima, Sheila, we got people. She's from up in Canada. A lot of people. Thank you for the sprinkles, Tammy. So Gail had a question about what spacing do I recommend. So do you mean like on your tier trays? So when you think about tier trays, I'm going to start painting while we're talking. Okay, I'm not going to paint this whole tray today because we just won't have time, but I am going to share some of my top tips and tricks for being efficient, y'all, because some people look at one of these trays and they think to themselves, there's just no way, like there's so many pieces. But what I can tell you is that if you're strategic about your painting, y'all, you can really get a lot done in a short period of time. You have to be organized with these things. You kind of have to have a plan going in. So let's do these two and see how far we get. I know I want this to be white, and I'm going to do this in like red. I'll do these in red. I'll paint in brown, and these in red or pink. This, I think you could do a lot of fun stuff with this. I think you could do the background in like a pink. You guys tell me. It could be white or pink. I think red would be a lot. But I really think when you think of gingerbread, you need a pink. And then you could do like red and white here. You could do like a gingerbread color here. And then cookie could be white if you did the background in pink. So this tray is a lot of fun. I also have some bowl filler with it. So we'll get as much done as we can. I'm going to use an ivory white for the background here. And there's a good reason I use ivory white, y'all. Where did I put my glasses? If you see me leaning up and squinting, it's because I don't have my glasses with me. I'm going to pop this up here so that if you want to get notified about when I go live, you can pop this down in the comments. No space, exclamation notify. It's a new thing that Facebook has rolled out, and that way we can let you know. I know a lot of people. I mean, I also have a texting service and stuff like that, but and a Telegram channel. But since you're here on Facebook, this just gives you a little extra push. I still would love for you to hop on my Telegram channel or on my SMS. Oh, Deborah. Let's see, Deborah, you're like, I have my glasses on. I can't see. Ferrata Araloni. I'm sorry. No, I'm not saying that. Welcome, girl. We're so glad you're here. Very glad you're here. So I'm just kind of taping down my pieces because I do not want to lose them, especially my little ones. It really helps. And then I use this to help paint them too. I'm very glad you're here, girl. Thank you for the sprinkles, Sheola. Elizabeth said she got her monthly box today. Love that. So I'm using an ivory white, and there's a reason why I'm using an ivory white. It's still going to be white, just not as like bright in your face. I kind of like leaning towards whites, but they're not like super bright, stark white. And then blacks that are black, but not super, super black, just a little softer. See, it still looks very white, but it's not like a titanium white, which is super, super bright white. Okay. Oh, you guys got your boxes. Yay. Make sure you scan the code and scroll through the PDF, guys, if you got your box. What they're talking about is the Joyful Crafting Club box. A lot of these ladies are in my subscription box group where we craft tier tray decor every month. We also style it together. But if you did get it, guys, make sure you first give some props to USPS, okay? Because those babies went out Friday. And if you guys are getting them already, we're just going to say that they are doing an amazing job with the mail this year at the holidays. Yeah, I'm just using a half of a makeup sponge. I'm just going in and I'm going to paint across here, and I'll show you what we'll do to these paint lines that these score lines that I'm kind of filling in. But make sure you pull that PDF, because when you scan the code inside the box, ladies, it'll let you download the PDF and scroll all the way through. I have a table of contents even this month to the back. I think it's 13 or 14 pages, mostly photos, and it's not all text, promise you. But the last page, I have an alternate color option because just in case you're like, and I'm not saying I'm going to do this every month, but this month I did just because I went with a very like, I don't want to say, but well, you guys know because you saw the color, the supply list. I went with a very neutral palette, and some of y'all are going to be like, Amy, I want more color. So it's just a suggestion. And you can look at that and see if it's something you like. So if you're new and you're watching, do you make your own tier tray decor? Do you buy it? Oh, Dana's got a fire drill. Oh, no. Yeah, Timmy, you're in the right place. Oh, Lisa says the box is amazing. You took a sneak peek. Oh, girl, I'm so glad you love it. I'm excited because I think it's gonna something that y'all can do a lot with, and it's just one of those really fun designs that you can do a lot with. I think I really do. The neutral. Kim Carroll, you picked up your box and other things for me. Yes. And in fact, I think I have more stuff coming to you today, my friend. I know I do. It's sitting right over there, and it's going in the mail today. I just did not get a shipping label on it before we went live because Gabe was, so I had to go get little Bam. I'm looking for my scoring and piercing tool. So the cutest thing, we were down here working a lot this weekend, and the kids were down here, and Gabe and Luke got under my table, mostly Gabe, and they made me a big painting. But in the process, they also, if you're not familiar, let me just stop jabbering. This is called a scoring and piercing tool. It comes from the Dollar Tree. You get 2 for $1.25. And I just use them to clean up my faux shiplap paint lines. And like other things when I'm painting. Just be careful because when you hit one of those bumps, you're going to jump off and then it scratches up your paint. You're going to have to go back over it. But it just cleans them up if you want to be able to see that detail. Okay. Hey, Wix Wax Candle Amy. Good to see you, girl. We were just chatting. Okay, so I'm just going to paint this and set it aside. I'm not worried about it looking like stark, like exactly perfect. So it's just not I do some other stuff to it, okay? So I think I'm going to go with pink. because I'm just feeling kind of pink. But I'm wondering if you guys, I think this is one of my new ones. Cameo Blush. I like this pink. What do you guys think about this pink? I was thinking this or conch shell. Dizzy Designer. Girl, put your name in the blank. I know your name because you helped me with some stuff when I was setting up some things in Sarah's group. You sent me, or you posted some stuff in a question. You like answered some of my questions. Why can't I think of your name? I know exactly. I can't think of your first name. I know exactly what you look like. I think we're going to try, conch shell is a good one. We're going to try Cameo Blush. But she says, you're saying this is genius. Well, thank you. I was sitting here one day painting, and I was like, I also silhouette craft, and I used to do a lot of finished products on, that's right, Ray. Okay, yeah, you guys, she does really cute stuff too. Ray from Dizzy Designer. We're in some groups together. I know you're also in Craft Around the Clock. Tammy, no, you're not on Telegram, but you're on Facebook. But if you're on my Telegram channel, I sent you a notification with a link. I did not send it on community because I was in, or via text because I was in such a hurry. Okay, so I'm just going back over this, guys, with a makeup sponge. So I have a lot of, Tammy Schultz, thank you for the sprinkles. I did a lot of silhouette crafting, right? So I have all the tools, and I was sitting here painting, and I was like, I had to find a way to get the paint out of those lines because I used to sell finished tier trays on Etsy. And then somehow I transitioned into selling, like teaching people, sharing ideas, and wood blanks. I'm not really sure how that happened. I like this pink too. This is Cameo Blush. We were at the Hobby Lobby recently, and you guys know when I go into the Hobby Lobby, I have to come out with at least 1 or 2 new paint colors. It's kind of mandatory. Yeah, you're on, girl. You've been here. So this is, I think it's a fun pink for our gingerbread. Now, I'm not really worried about the paint getting into this icing word because it did say icing, because that is just, I just need to see that so I know where to glue my letters back on. Okay. Okay. No, I'm just glad you're here, Ray. Like, I feel like I need to do a better job of like, when I taught elementary school, and this is a true story, I would make the kids leave their names on the desk because I could tell you everything about them, but I could not remember their names. It took me like 3 weeks to learn everybody's names. I could remember how many kids they had, or how many siblings they had, and what part of the area they lived in, and their parents, and what their parents did, but the names, I don't know. But yeah, it's Ray. Sometimes too, if I'm on a live, I kind of like lose my thought. Like I feel a little on the spot, and I'll know something, but I won't be able to say it. That has happened to me before. Okay. How do you know what colors you already have when you buy more? That's a question from Lisa. I'm going to take this exclamation point notify off. Because I should say, okay. Let's go back. Banners. Where's my name? Oh, it's up in the small part. Guys, I'm a ding dong. We know that. I don't know. I think like when you do this a lot, can you see how nice and clean my paint lines are there? See how good that is? So y'all go to the Dollar Tree. We call it the Dollar Treat because the kids, they call it the Dollar Treat because you get a treat there. Get you one of these and put it in your craft supplies. Get like 2 packages. And yeah, I think 2 packages are kind of necessary. So I don't know, but I think it's more, the more that you do this, it kind of becomes second nature, and you know what colors you use. Like people ask you and you just know because you just do. You're like, oh yeah, I know what color that was, or I know what color I used there. It's just becomes like part of your lingo. And like, you know, okay, this one's a little more pink and this one's a little more peach. You just kind of get, it just kind of becomes, I don't know. I'm just going to, I don't know why I have the tape, but I'm going to use some Christmas red now. These are just the backs of mailing labels. If you are wondering, what is that lady doing with the pieces of paper? So when I ship things, I save the backs of the mailing labels, and then I use them when I paint. Recently, I switched brands of mailing labels because I like this other brand much better. It's less expensive and it prints with darker, which is great when you're shipping things, right? Because you want it nice and dark so that when it goes to the little scanner, it reads it correctly. Okay, let me stop my story for a tip. This is the makeup sponge, and I'm going down into this paint, and see how I'm tapping it off? The reason I'm tapping it off is because when you're doing the wood cutouts, I mean, it's hard to get them perfect, but you don't want to slop your paint all down the edge because it's going to look messy, okay? So you want to get as little as you can on the edge. You can always clean it up, but it's better to use less paint, y'all, and go over it more than once than to like have like sloppy paint down the edges of your wood cutouts. Tammy says that she also uses the this to clean the nozzle on the spray adhesive. Yes, these have many, many uses. It is like one of the best tools, y'all. One of the best tools. Hey, Sue. Hey, Donna. Donna's checking in from work. Love it. Love it. So, yeah. See, today's Monday, tomorrow's Tuesday. I want to do a live. I did not share last month's box live, ladies, and I realized that when I was like, wait, where's my printable from the November box? I was like, I did not craft it. So I might share next month's box tomorrow sometime, and then after we, you know, when we do our paint party, share the December box. The November box, you guys are doing awesome. It's beautiful. Okay, I'm just going to put one more coat on this. So the other really fun thing about these tier tray signs, guys, is that you can, they make great gifts, but they're just so much fun to style. And if you don't have a tier tray and you start crafting tier tray decor, I can promise you one thing, it will become a very passionate hobby, because you realize that you can add so much joy and so much beauty to your home in a really small space with a small amount of effort, right? Especially if you're not like a huge on decorating, because I'm not the best. I mean, I decorate, but I'm not great at it. Like, I have to really work at it to put a room together. But I can put my tier tray up and style that thing, have it ready to go, you know, the styling piece, not the crafting piece, but the styling piece, it can be done in, 25 minutes, and it looks amazing until I take it down. I just painted the little peppermint candies. And I'm going to go over here. I think I'm going to paint the word cookie is going to be white. Icing is going to be I'm trying to decide if I should paint the fresh baked gingerbread pink, the words pink, or red. What do you guys think? I kind of think that the pink would be really cute. We're going to do pink and see what we think. I just think it's gingerbread men. And when you're talking about like gingerbread men and gingerbread houses, they're so colorful and so Amelia, yep. Amelia was like, pink. That's what I was thinking. They're so fun, right? They're so fun. Okay, guys. How many of you are still frantically crafting Christmas stuff? Anybody? Anybody? I'm still crafting some stuff to give as gifts. I will be crafting stuff to give gifts for a while. I still, like, Santa is still not done all that Santa needs to do at our house either. I mean, Santa's a little behind this year. So Santa's got some catch up to do. Tammy's still crafting. Gail's, yeah, I'm still working on my decorations. I have been so busy, and it's been the best kind of busy with orders and the club, and I've just really enjoyed every second of it. But I've got to get we were working on our trees yesterday. I think we've got 3 up now. So yeah, pink is really cute. All right, I'm gonna move that. I need to paint this little snowflake white. I should have painted it white when I was painting the So Nancy says she's going to craft Christmas year-round. Girl, we were just talking about that. When were we talking about that? It was at Wednesday. We were talking about, like, crafting Christmas year-round would be a really great thing to just have. Because, like me, like, I'm going to be done selling it in my shop this week. Because after that, like, it's not going to get there in time. But to have, like, stuff that you could do in a group was available to people to do year round, it would just be really, really good. This I'm going to do in white too. Renee says she's just getting started. You did Christmas this weekend with the kids and grandkids, and it was crazy. Aw, so what do you guys do on Christmas, Renee? So Tammy, a true story, Joe went to finish our outdoor lights yesterday, and we couldn't find the net lights, and I think I threw them out. I was, like, kind of purging down here, and I had a bunch of old lights that, cause I don't like the LED, the white on the LED lights. Some of them are, like, it's just not the right shade of white, like it you know. And so some of it's very, I don't know. And some of it's better than others. But I had like some strings of incandescent lights that I was using to try to keep other strings going as long as I could, because I love that color from them, right? And darn if, I think when I was purging, I finally decided, okay, enough with all of this craziness. We can't keep all of this stuff forever. And I was purging, and I think that we threw the net lights out for our bushes. We did not have enough bushes in Texas to have net lights, but in Ohio, we have bushes for days, y'all. And so we did that. So there, I just painted the word cookie. See how cute that is? Yep, Amelia, that's how I feel like every year. And if I just had like 1 or 2 things I could do, I feel like, oh my gosh, I really wanted to craft this, or I want to do that, or I wish I would have had time to make ornament sets or something. And if there was like a year round where, you know, maybe one is a wood cutout and one is like, and it gets really hard to source stuff for Christmas from the stores. Okay, we're down to the gingerbread man. What time is it? Okay. Let's start with this. I may not get to put it all together today, guys. It'll be like last time, and I'll finish it. Oh, Tammy, you said you wish you were closer. You have some that you're not using. Oh, girl, you're the sweetest. Joe, because he had to go get more wood today for me, so he picked up some more lights. I'm confident. I don't know. Maybe we'll find them, and I don't know. Okay, so let's talk about our little gingerbread man. and our little word gingerbread. I'm feeling, you're so sweet. I know it would just be nice to be able to exchange all the Christmas stuff we don't use, right? So with my gingerbread guy, Juanita's not here. We were talking about, so I want to take this. This is like a golden brown. This is Craft Smart. I think this is from Michael's. Does anyone know for sure? I like this brown. It looks really good as a reindeer, but I want it as just a tad darker for the gingerbread, but not a ton darker. Like just a smidgen darker. Because I think this looks like underbaked gingerbread, and that looks like burnt gingerbread. Oh, Tammy, someone gave them to you, and you don't have any shrubs? Oh my gosh, we have, okay. We have more bushes than I mean, it is like a job in the spring to keep up with. I want it just a little darker. 23 totes of Christmas things. You're now down to 6. Kim, you had 23, girl. I know. That's where. So when we moved from, I know you guys have heard me say this before, but when we moved from Texas to Ohio, if you've been around for a while, you've heard me say this before. 3 years ago, we sold our house in Texas and everything. Okay, I'm pretty happy with this color. Y'all know I'm squirreling, but I don't want it too dark, but I don't want it to look underbaked, if you will. So we had sold our house in Texas and everything was like packed up. Same method, guys, dip. And we found this house because when you put your house on the market, your real estate agent makes you pack like everything you own up, blah, blah, blah. And then, everything, and then we were emptying out our house and we had plans to, we have a travel trailer and we were just going to camp until, because I was homeschooling the kids, and we were going to camp until we found a house. And we found this house like days before we had to leave Texas. And I'll tell you what, we still have stuff that is in boxes that you just can't use here. Because, when you move from like one house to another, it's really, if you know where you're moving, it's easy to purge, right? If you don't know, like we had no idea. Hey, Gail from Detroit. We're so glad you're here, girl. Tammy, you put them over your panties that you hadn't cut back. Oh my gosh. That's a riot. Okay. It's looking pretty. What time is it? 2:23. Someone else goes on in the Craft Around the Clock group at 2:30. So I am gonna stop there. I might have to come back and touch it up. And then cold, but no snow yet. So it has snowed several times in Ohio. Okay, I'm going to test something out. So usually I do this often. I think there's several ways you can approach this. If you want a true candy cane look, guys, you can definitely go I know that this is like right in front of my face, but it's all right. You guys are here for the crafting, not for my face. You can color these lines, but a lot of times I just want to show you what I'll do is I will test it. You could paint the whole thing white and then go back in with an angled brush and paint them red, which would save some time, right? these white acrylic paint markers are a booger bear in that you have to shake them and shake them. Yeah, we get a little bit of snow. We've had a little bit of snow. A little bit. We're getting close. But they often need a lot of prodding to make them go. But you can go in with like an acrylic paint marker and just color. See? And if we painted the whole thing white first, what I wanted to see is how well this particular red will cover it. I mean, I know I can paint over it with white, but sometimes the red. And so, y'all, I encourage you to try this at home. Okay, so I'm showing it to you. This is what I do back here when I'm working. Like, I'll think, okay, if we're going to do this, you know, this is just my heater. You guys, lots of snow. But this is just, so I'll do this. And then I'll say, okay, like, how well does this red paint marker cover this? And see, it covers it really well. So then my answer to like the most efficient way to paint this would be, because obviously I didn't try this before I went live. When I told you guys I have not painted this tray, I was sincere in that. I would legitimately paint the whole thing white and then go back over it with a red acrylic paint marker. And that would be like my my least resistant. What am I looking for? I'm always looking for the simplest way to get the job done when I'm crafting. Like, I don't want it to look, I don't want a simple in terms of like, let's make it look bad, but I want to be efficient with my crafting time. And I want a great product, but I'm also a mom with 3 kids and I'm busy. And so I don't want to sit here and color in all these tiny little spots with 2 different colors of paint if I don't have to. But I will tell you that I do thoroughly enjoy the adult coloring aspect of this. Like, it's so, for me, meditative. I have 2 minutes before it's time for me to sign off, ladies. I will post the finished product, but I really do want to choose names because I am getting Happy Mail out before Christmas in droves. I have so much Happy Mail to send out, and so that I know where to pull from. So guys, these names are going in a drawing, and I will draw names and I send at the end of the month. But there's going to be a lot because I am behind on Happy Meal. So yeah, I'll go back and color this in with a paint marker. But I have like 2 minutes before it's time to sign off. So let me grab some names. So Anita. So I will, y'all, if you are a winner and I do not have your address, I will post on my page, and you can DM me your address. Renee. So guys, if you want Christmas, get it by Friday, because it's going away. Because anything that I cut after Friday is just going to sit here. Brenda Gamble. I pick 5 names. I can't read my own handwriting. Brenda, let me start again, girl. I have 1 minute. That's 3. Gail Maynard. Tammy, I can answer that question. Is going to take more than the time that I have, but I will give you a very detailed answer about that. And Tammy Royer. All right, ladies. Y'all, thank you so much for taking some time out of your Monday to hang out and craft with me. I will post the finished tray in the event and on my page and Crafter on the clock when it's all done. If you're not a member of Craft Round the Clock, I encourage you to go request to join. And y'all, thank you. Keep crafting. I'm Amy Green with Amy and Art Designs. I'm so glad again that you were here, and I'm very flustered because I'm not used to operating on a time limit. But what I want to say is keep crafting, y'all, and creating beauty and adding to the world, because the world needs your creativity. It brings so much joy, and it's just so special and important. I love y'all. And my next Craft Around the Clock is next week for the Great Stocking Challenge. I can't wait to share it with you. Have a great day, and I'll be back live 1 o'clock on Wednesday, guys. See you then.